Hello everyone and welcome back to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth and I'm here today with a middle grade May TBR and some interesting news. It's kind of exciting for me. Let's get started. So we were afraid that middle grade May wasn't going to really happen. It's difficult to get all the co-hosts together, and Akos, who runs the thing, has been really stressed lately, but she decided to keep it going, except no co-hosts. I am helping with the Goodreads group this year, but not co-hosting because we don't have any co-hosts. And she's not doing a whole lot on YouTube. That's also me. She's going to try to get some videos up, but she is doing a bunch over on Instagram and in the Goodreads group, so you can go check those out. I'll try to remember to link them down below. But for those of you who don't know, even though you should know, because we've been doing this for 5 or 6 years now in May, and a couple of the bigger booktubers started a middle grade March last year, 2 years ago. I don't know if this was the 3rd year or the 2nd year, but anyway, they've got one going. But basically, you read at least one middle grade book in the month of May. That's it. Read it, talk about it, celebrate middle grade authors and books, get that love out there. I do have a TBR that I've already started on a little bit. I'm cheating just a smidgen, but it's because I'm a middle grade teacher, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, this year we're not going to have a lot of prompts, although there will be some for pictures on Instagram. Just read whatever you want and let us know about it. We have quotes link file going on in the Goodreads page, and you can also come tell us what you're reading, what your favorite middle grade books are, etc. So let's get back to that I'm a middle grade teacher thing. I'm doing novel studies with my students. We're in the last week of school here in Oklahoma, and my students are finishing up Slacker by Gordon Corman. And we started this a couple of weeks ago, so I did start at the end of April, just a smidgen early, but I'm finishing it this weekend. I've got about 20 pages left. Love Gordon Corman stuff. If you haven't read him or haven't read him in a while, I highly suggest picking up his books during middle grade May or anytime at all. They're always great fun. The other middle grade book we are finishing up this week is Mike Lupka's Summer Ball. My 7th graders are doing this one. I don't like Mike Lupka's writing style, so there is that. The stories are good. I like the characters as we see them, but his writing style throws me off completely. So Gordon Corman always gets 4 or 5 stars. Mike Lupka's, like, the story gets about a 3, 3.5, and the writing style gets a 1. So there's that. There is that. If you're like me and like books I like, you probably don't want to read Mike Lupka. If you just want to read some sports books, Mike Lupka should be great. Also, Kwame Alexander has amazing sports books. I don't have one to hold up for you, but it's written in verse, so check those out as well. And then one we finished last week, and I won't be counting for middle grade May, but that is awesome, is City Spies by James Ponti. This one follows a group of tweens and teens that are like foster care, runaways, etc., that get brought together with kind of a found family aspect. So there's that. And they're brought together to be MI6 junior spies. So if you like intrigue, if you like spies, if you like found families and action, pick this one up. It is brand spanking new. I got it in last month's Outgrade Junior. Find it, read it. It's great. All right, so those are the books I'm doing for school or have just finished for school. And then I have another set of books that I'm reading just for me. I'm also trying to do a book a day in May. So I've got a few books in here that are adult books and one that is a children's book, but they're part of my May TBR because A, I really want to read them, and B, they're a little shorter and they can help me get my book a day in May because Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye loves books, and I always try to read a book a day in May, meaning that we complete 30, what are there 31 days in May? Yeah, meaning that we complete 31 books in the month of May. You don't necessarily have to finish one a day. Just make sure you get at least 31 books read. A couple of years ago, I read like 51, 52. I don't know. Haven't done that again. Highly doubt I'm going to do it this year, but we'll see what happens. All right, so the children's book I've got is Kay Thompson's Eloise. I am really looking forward to reading this with my girls, and I'm also looking forward to seeing how Raylan reacts to these pictures because they've only got like red in them. That should be a lot of fun. Then I've got 3 middle grade physical books. Now I'm going to be reading several others. I've got some in physical form that are just not right where I can grab them, and audiobooks, ebooks, things like that. But I'm going to be reading Front Desk by Kelly Yang, and then the other 2 in the Winter House series by Ben Guterson. So I'm currently have started, but probably going to have to go back and restart The Secrets of Winter House because I started it several weeks ago and then set it aside. And then book number 3 is The Winter House Mysteries. I really enjoyed the first book and am very much looking forward to getting sucked into these. And then the 3 adult books, I have a young adult book called Dark and Deepest Red, and I don't really know anything about it, but it was a cover pickup at the library, and we'll see what happens. Then I've got my 2 Aunt Dimity books that I keep saying I'm going to read and haven't read yet, The Village Witch and The Lost Prince, and I will probably get more Aunt Dimity read during this month as well because she's always a good fallback. So those are what I'm reading. Middle grade books are obviously going to take priority this month. I would love to hear what you are reading. I'm going to be doing a lot of audiobooks. A, I love audiobooks, and B, here comes the interesting / exciting news. Beth is moving. End of the month, beginning of next month, I will be moving about 3.5 hours away. I have accepted a teaching position in a tiny little town just over into Texas, and I will be moving down into a rent house, hopefully in the next month. But whatever my moving date is, I still have to pack. I got a lot of stuff. My parents want me to take more stuff that is even mine because they're tired of all their stuff. So audiobooks work really well when you have to put all the things in the boxes. Yeah. So hopefully audiobooks are going to be a thing that is happening. I also intend to reread Harry Potter, so this may be the month where I start Sorcerer's Stone and get that in as an audiobook during the moving process for middle grade May. Who knows? I may not read anything. That was my dad. He doesn't believe that I could go a month without reading anything. He's probably right, but don't tell him, his ego gets really big. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. I would love to hear what you're planning to read this month, especially if you're going to join us in middle grade May. Remember to check the doobly-doo box down there and find the links to the Goodreads group, to Akas, and to Elizabeth. And if you want to join us for book a day in May, let me know that as well. I can't wait to hear what you guys are reading and to talk to you all. So leave me a comment and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.